What's up, everybody? So I want to just actually make a video about YouTubers and crypto. You've probably seen a lot of it right now. You guys are all familiar with what I'm talking about. You know, FTX is just going nuts, right? So there's a lot of issues there. It's insolvent, largely because of just they tried to do what the banks do, and they can't because people. Well, people. It goes back to the old saying: "It's worth what someone's willing to pay for it." And right now, you guys know there's the fractional reserve system. So if you put money into the bank, they actually lend that out, and they can. There's ways to do it multiple times, but they don't give themselves leverage. They just lend it out multiple times. They're only actually required to keep 10% of your holdings on there. So if you did have $100 in the bank, if everyone had $100 in the bank and they all went to the bank and withdrew at the same time, they could only give you 10. So that's awkward, but everybody still does believe that. And now the crypto world's trying that, and you're seeing just almost one after the other. Just they're pausing withdrawals. It's called like a bank run when they do it. They just go nuts. The confidence just isn't there. Crypto's not. It's just still too new. There isn't regulation, so it largely does attract a lot of gamblers. But just in that sense alone, it brings in a lot of views, a lot of clicks, a lot of excitement, which does sell ads, and well, just brings in money. You know the whole YouTube game is just about getting clicks, and a lot of these big YouTubers, they do have an agency that does FTX will reach out to them to say, hey, find me some advertisers, find me some names. There's two I'm going to bring up right now. So one's Meet Kevin, and the other one's Andre Jikh. You've probably seen them in, I think they did a show like Millennial Money or something like that. I don't know what happened to that. It seems like every one of them was like, I make a lot of money off my YouTube channel. I could probably make another YouTube channel, say it's something different, make all the same content, make double the money. Not hitting. They all did. They kind of pooled together, and then there's kind of like, I think there was some drama with it. Yeah, I don't know, but it ended. But what's crazy to me is you kind of would group these guys together. There's no way you know who Meet Kevin is and you don't know who Andre Jikh is, or Jeremy from Financial Education 1 2 3 4 5 6. I don't know how many channels that guy has by now. Who's the other one? Graham Stephan. Like, you know those guys. They're like the big ones, and they all pump the same stuff, and so it's easy to attack them because they all had FTX on there. Like, they'd all come out and say, "Oh, this is the one I personally use. This is the best one ever." Like the stupid. And I'm gonna make fun of me, Kevin, on that one because it's every 30 seconds. I'm gonna bring this all back to a point. I don't want to just talk about negative stuff. I don't like just being negative as well. The internet has enough bad opinions out there, but I think these are some valid points for the consumer watching these guys. What they should understand, because subscribers does not equal intelligence. It doesn't equal accuracy. If accuracy equaled subscribers, their numbers would be very wildly different. And I'm going to group all the big YouTubers in this. Not to discount what they do or anything like that, but there's a game to be played. The YouTube game, get clicks. Like, Kevin's got a rainbow background. He's like super bright and all this, and he's awesome at what he does as far as that goes. Like, he knows how to get. I mean, how many channels have you seen? Not channels, subjects have you seen Meet Kevin talk about? It went from real estate, and then like once that blew up, he's like, man, I can get some clicks and make some money. I'm really good at being goofy and getting these people in. So it went from real estate to what was the pandemic stuff as far as stimulus checks. And then stocks. And then stocks kind of went away. So we went to like investigative journalism. And then like, well, that didn't go anywhere. So back to stocks. You've seen there's that game to be played. Which isn't easy. There's a formula to it. You got to figure it out. But then there's other types of content where it's, I care about the people following me. I want to make content to educate them. I want them to leave when they're done watching my videos. I want them to be better at the subject you're preaching about or teaching. So when I bring up the two Meet Kevin and Andre Jikh, that's a literal coin between heads and tails, because Kevin does not care about you. He cares about the clicks. Period. And then Andre Jikh, he actually does care. I was actually floored. What made me watch this or make this video was out of the big YouTubers. Let's start with Andre. He actually came out and said, one, he's never collected money for a coin or anything like that. He talks about a lot of them. But he just came out and said, like, I did have FTX on here. I did talk about them. And, shit happened. In the crypto world, just because it's in its infancy stage, there's a lot of well, there's a lot of crap. And there's over 40,000 coins. By the time this is said and done, after regulation, like I don't know how you can know anything about crypto and assume 90% of those are even going to stay. They're crap. It's copied code. No one knows what they're talking about, and it's all just like what can we name it? But he came out and said, hey, this happened. I'm sorry, and I'm going to delete those videos just so no one does run across them. Because right now they're trying to do a bank run. You're finding out that behind the scenes this guy was taking your money and not only lending it out like a normal bank would do. He was using it to trade, and turns out he sucked at trading. They just were not liquid, just to get the short on it. Which I'm sure if you even clicked on this video, you already know all the details, and you've lost a bunch of money. So here's the same story. We have two YouTubers pumping the same thing, making their money off of those clicks. They both do a good job at getting clicks. But we have this happen. Now that this has happened, it's a disaster and a lot of people are losing money. We flip it to what's the reaction, and that's what I wanted to make a video about. Is how do you choose who you're watching? And it's easy when everyone's making money. Like in 2021, when everyone's making money on stocks, everyone was a guru. Everyone knew what they were talking about. Meet Kevin made most of his money off Tesla. And I know there's a lot of people in the comments, I think he deletes them, but there's a lot of people just blown their accounts following that guy because he bought stuff. The hype left, rolled out. Everyone was a genius in 2021, and it's easy when the money's piling in. But now that the money's actually coming out, it's important to see the reactions, because that's how I would judge somebody. Not when the times are good, judge them on when the times are bad. And this is a great case because there's so many identical points to this that, again, they both pumped a YouTube link, or they both pumped a link on their YouTube channel. They're going insolvent. You're losing everything, just to make it easy. Maybe some of you only lost 90%. It's not a good scenario regardless. And now the reaction. Andre Jikh. Hey, I'm sorry. That happened. In the crypto world, that's going to probably keep happening until we get regulation. And then you got Meet Kevin's response. He's on Yahoo Finance, talking about, oh, the signs were there. Like, the signs weren't really there. Unless you had, like, a look at their books. They weren't really there. But do you see what he's doing? All he cares about is the clicks. Doesn't care about you. You probably just lost your ass, and he's going to make sure no one sees that comments, or just chalk it up to haters gonna hate, And that's that. Like, look at his reaction. He just wants more clicks. Yahoo Finance even knows that. Like, man, this guy brings on clicks. Who cares what he thinks? We're in the business of selling ads. Let's just get some clicks. Let's get some views. If it bleeds, it leads. Get him on here. So I question, and I hope you guys question now, like, after seeing all that, seeing the reaction, see how they handled the situation, who has their dignity? Who actually cares about you? Who cares about themselves? And do you want to continue following someone like that? And how can you trust someone in their further ventures of, like, me, Kevin, you can't go 30 seconds without him mentioning house hack and how he's got all these courses. Sweet. Were the signs there when those crashed too? Just no one else saw it? Like, what clicks are coming next when house hack actually just fails? Now, I've said enough negative about me, Kevin. Hopefully house hack does well. I think he's a great real estate agent. The real estate end, another coin flip. I think he's great with that. But is that really your source? Is that where you want to go? I guess that's all the points I wanted to cover. I wish I had a bigger channel than Andre Jikh, so I could shout him out just to get him more followers. I hope everyone does check him out. Because there's one thing the whole time Andre Jikh has been doing. So if you chose him and you followed him and you followed him to the T, you're not supposed to copy it because, as every YouTuber says, do your own due diligence. This is not financial advice. Whether you are a financial advisor or not, none of these are financial advice. Whether you just got your license or you're like most of the other YouTubers that let their license go because YouTube pays more anyway, so why would you keep that? I didn't want to lose my train of thought. I don't know. Anyway, do you follow those people? That's that. I don't want to keep ranting right now. Just know, until there's regulations, this is the crypto world. And where you're getting your source from does matter. I do judge people by how they are when things are bad. And that's what I want everyone to see. I remember what I was going to say. Andre Jikh, this whole entire time, has told you what he's been doing. YouTube money or not. Most of these stock people, their YouTube money funds their account because they don't know dick. And whether they're a trader or an investor, they suck. So there's Graham Stephan, he just buys VO, VTI, same thing as SPY. Just buys that. It's kind of hard to fail on that. Just keep dollar cost averaging, no matter how many clickbait thumbnails he has, dollar cost average. There's the super stock picker, Meet Kevin. Can you even trust Ross Gerber at this point? Like, what happens when Ross blows his account? And Meet Kevin's like, the signs were there. I was talking to him. Like, can you even listen? How can you even affiliate with that guy after this reaction? That has me so fired up. Anyway, back to what Andre Jikh's been doing. He does the boring stuff. He puts most of his money into dividend stocks. And whether history repeats itself or it just rhymes or is all a coincidence, dividend stocks, to this day, if you grab an aristocrat, it looks like the ball just keeps rolling. And he even says that, and he invests 5%. There's not a video where he's just hyping this thing up saying he's whole accountant and you should too. So had you followed him to a T, didn't listen to the do your own due diligence, you lost 5% of your income. That's not life changing. That's like, well, that sucks. Time to move on. I will encourage everyone. There's ways to circumvent this. When you buy a coin on anyone, so I only have a Coinbase. The only thing I've ever talked about is Coinbase, and even that's in another video. I don't know how much longer that Coinbase link is going to be there. There's these brokerage, right? You buy a coin on there, like you think you do. Now on Coinbase, you can buy and then you can send money. You can actually transact on Coinbase. But to say that this can't happen to them, you don't work there. You can't see the books. What if they are doing some crazy practices? We know this staking business is insane. They are lending it out, just leveraged, just ridiculously. So problems can occur. There's ways to take your money off that brokerage so it's in your wallet. So right now, if I used FTX, Binance, if I use any of that to buy a coin, I can actually take it off the market. I can store it in cold storage. Now, if that one crashes, if I needed to get something off it, not only could I just transact from the cold storage, but I could actually send it to a different brokerage I had another wallet on. So there's ways to do that, and I would encourage everyone. There's a saying, I talk to the crypto nerds. I'm going to take it from them. Not your keys, not your coins. So if you didn't need a 12-word password to get to your coins, they were never yours in the first place. They were just your money sitting somewhere else. In this case, it was someone else's bed mattress, and their house could catch on fire. Right now, you're trusting that their house won't. But all your money is stored in paper form in someone else's bed mattress. Any of the crypto you have. Anyway, look into that. I guess I can do further videos on that, but I'm sure plenty of YouTubers have them out there. But let me know, what do you think down below? Did you have your money on FTX? Looks like all that's going ridiculous. Is it crypto.com? What's the next one to fall? I kind of want to hear everyone's opinion. Do you judge people off of this, or no? Everything's just fine and dandy. Anyway, let me know. I'll see you guys in the next video.